look like on Monday?
We played on Monday?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, like, I feel so good right now. It's not, I mean, not necessarily. You know, the season's going to turn out how it's going to turn out, but personally, I feel a really good person. I feel good about myself right now. You know, I've been in this offense before with Coach Brown and his defense. You know, I average. We didn't have as many good scores, but I averaged 25 points and 20 points in this offense. And 18 my first one year too. You know, so like this, it's a little different from the triangle and just being in the corner, you know, or waiting, you know, or trying to learn the triangle. It's a little different now. So I just feel really good.
Unlike the last couple seasons when you were behind the learning curve, you're actually ahead compared to a lot of your
in a sense, yeah. Defensively, definitely. You know, but even like the last couple seasons, you know, I was able to adjust.
Right.
You know, you look at one game in the finals where I have 2 points and we win. And you look at the last game where I scored 20 and we win. I was able to adjust to what Coach wanted.
Right.
So that's one thing I feel confident in myself about. Real small player. A lot of people wonder how I'm still in the league and, you know, why am I still a Laker? And I'm a smart player, man. I already know how to play the game. I really know how to play this game no matter what people say. And, you know, if it wasn't for a couple mistakes I made early in my career, I probably would have been on one team for my whole career. It would have been, you know, a 20-point, a nice score.
So what's your weight? What's your weight right now?
It's the same as last year, about 262.
Okay.
264.
Do you feel you want to beef up because you might be playing more at full?
Nah.
Because I know before you were like you want to slim a little bit so you can keep up with some of the quick guys.
That's unhealthy if you're trying to slim up.
Okay.
I think the best thing you can do is eat right and work out. Eat right and take care of your body and do cardio.
Okay.
The worst thing you can do to your body is, you know, try to lose weight and lose too much weight where you're not eating the right foods, you're not getting the right nutrition in. It's the worst thing you can do.
Do you think this is a contending team?
The Lakers?
Yeah. What do you think?
We got to put in the work first.
Yeah.
We got to put in that work. Nothing's going to be given to anyone. Got to put in the work.
But is the talent here? I mean, you lost Lamar, signed McRoberts, but is the makings of a championship team still here?
We got to put in the work. It's not going to just be given to us. And right now we're working. And we just got to work every day. That's all that matters. That's all that matters is the next day and we work. You know, it don't matter what's on paper. That's so not important.
You mentioned a little bit earlier feeling normal as a player and going off the court and having that feeling. Being in a system right now where you know it actually pretty well coming into it, does that familiarity help feeling normal?
I mean, just being, like I said, I could adjust to anything. It doesn't matter. Anything it takes to win. You know?
Not necessarily having to adjust.
But yeah, it's definitely different. Like, you know, I haven't been in the block in the last 2 years, like consistently, you know? And then I haven't even played in the fourth quarter. A lot of people say you only at a career low. Yeah, obviously, because you can't score from the bench. How are you going to score from the bench? You know, the only people I know that can score from the bench is I don't know who can score from the bench.
You didn't score on the court too sometimes, though.
But it doesn't matter. You definitely can't score from the bench. That's one thing I know.
So it sounds like the role that you're anticipating, you're a little bit more comfortable in, a little bit more tailored to what you do well.
I mean, like I said, you know, whatever's going to take for the team to win. About that sacrifice.
Sure.
That's it. Whatever's going to take for the team to win. But, you know, it's a different system. I played in the triangle when I was with the Bulls early in my career. You know, we were a young team. You know, and then I did pretty well, but we were a young team. And when I got from Indiana on, it was a different system. It was more. It wasn't. You know, it was a different system. You know, then to get here to play in the triangle was a different system for me. It was really hard because I had to adjust on the fly while trying to win a championship.
Right.
You know, while trying to have to knock down shots. You know, to seal the deal. You know, and then last year I thought it was gonna be easier, but it wasn't no easier for me. You know, it was no easier for me. And then just no post opportunities. You know, and if I don't get post opportunities, I'm used to getting post opportunities. You know, But at the same time, you got to adjust. You got to be ready.
So Mike's been saying you've been grabbing a lot of the rookies, showing them some defensive concepts, testing their conditioning levels.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to need everybody to win. So I've been trying to, keep the rookies kind of confident and showing them the ropes. But yeah, we're going to need everybody. We're going to need everybody to win. We're real young this year, really young. The rookies are energetic, athletic, really, really young.
Yeah.
You mentioned the mistakes that you made, and you would have been able to stay with one team maybe and score 20 points. Are you glad things turned out the way they did? You made those mistakes and took the journey you did?
I'm not glad I made mistakes. I'm just saying, I always had to come into somebody else's home. You know what I'm saying? When I was in my own home, basketball-wise, statistically, numbers-wise, I was comfortable and I was able to put up numbers. But when you go to somebody else's home, you're not going to just go in somebody else's home and put up numbers like that and just take over somebody else's home. You go into somebody else's home and you respect their home. You know what I'm saying? And you fit in. And then as you get used to it, years down the line, then you start to do more and more. And so, this is going to be a different year for me. I think it's going to be a different year. It won't be a selfish year. I guarantee that. So, I'm not going to be out there trying to satisfy people. And if I have to average 5 points, that's what it's going to be. So we just got to win. That's it. That's all that matters is winning. But it potentially could be a different year for me.
Were you ever comfortable in the triangle?
I was.
You said you learned it, but
I was comfortable, but at the same time, it just wasn't getting a lot of looks. Like if you got Peja Stojakovic, like in Sacramento or Houston or Indiana, if I had Peja Stojakovic on me, I give him 40 every night. So when I let him off the hook last year in the playoffs, and I felt like I didn't help my team by letting him off the hook, but I'm not going to force the issue.
Why did you leave him off the hook?
Just wasn't getting opportunities. Just didn't get the opportunity to abuse him.
You're saying with the ball as opposed to guarding. Okay?
Yeah, guarding is easy. But I'm saying I let him off the hook. I didn't even Sean Marion, I usually put Sean Marion on me in Indiana, Sacramento. I give him 30, 20 a night. But I didn't get a chance to abuse him down there. So this year, potentially, I'll be able to abuse some people in the post.